Hey you guys, welcome back to Strand Farm, where we grow independent together. Today, Ashley's taking a nap, and I am going to head out to the chicken area, harvest some of the soil that they've made over the winter, bring it up to the garden, sift it, and show you what I do with each component. Let's go. Moose, are you sleeping too? You can come down to the chickens if you want. Okay, we are out at the garden, and this is where I'm going to do the sifting of the compost. These are my tools. This is where we're going to sift. Now let's head on down to the compost and I'll show you where it lays. And just like that, it's raining. Goodness gracious. Here, I'm gonna leave you guys here. I'm gonna run down, get my shovel and my pitchfork. Pitchfork is in the wood chips and the shovel is down by the creek. These tools will be great for finish. These tools will be great for collecting that finished compost. We're back in the car again. Okay, we are at the scene where I collect my finished compost, and it's a tragedy scene today because in the same location are the remains of a chicken that was taken by a possum last night. So what happened was I got up this morning to screaming birds, and the possum had gotten not one, not two, but almost 2.5 chickens. The half a chicken recovered, did not get through the fence, but my fence was grounded out and it was not electrified either. So I spent today getting this fence put back together and getting all of the soil organic matter off of it because it was grounding out pretty heavy to begin with and I didn't have a good energizer. So I failed these chickens, and here we are. Since I had to fix the fence and everything, I decided it was a good time to collect soil organic matter that is at the bottom. And that's finished compost from these birds. Now you'll see what I mean by finished compost when we get back up to the top, because I sift this and I separate out what is not finished. I use that for my tree rings and for walkways and for areas where there's very low soil organic matter. But we'll get to that in a bit. Let's start uncovering the beauty that has taken place right here. Also, this down here is from a 1.5 years ago. This here is fungal dominant and super finished. This is the best soil for my garden, for it is old growth forest type soil at this point. So we'll collect some of this too, perchance. I'll start sifting away and show you the spring process. Happy first day of spring, my friends. Let's load her up. It's best to keep some of the big chunks down here so that they can continue to break down the fungal action. A lot of this is worm castings at this point. The worms aren't crazy yet because it's super early spring. This is from last season. And now it's too warm again. Just like that. The sun is out. The rain stopped. When it gets to be about this broken down, the pitchfork's useless. That also tells me the state of the soil that I'm digging into. This is shovel type. Getting into some of the good stuff. Philosophy that we go by is lazy composting. We try to be as Ruth stout as possible when it comes to our homestead, and that includes building the soil. Ruth Stout's hammock gardening methods are just fantastic. Just the philosophy. less work, less calorie output, more calorie input to us, and better soil and better fruits and vegetables. Yeah, I'm in. And soil on our homestead does best when it is very similar to forest loam. I do the best I can to build forest loam, and the best way to do that is let the mushrooms come in, let the mycelium come in, break down the lignins in the wood, and return it to the earth. There's so much nutrient in this wood. There's so much nutrient in the soil that results from its being broken down. That's what we're collecting today. Let's keep going. And the only way that the fungal network is going to break down a lot of this woody soil organic matter is just to leave it alone and keep it moist. Just leave it alone. No compost flips, no hot compost. This is cold, cool, collected fungal dominant soil that we are building, and it's pretty fun. It's really hard to leave things alone, but let nature do its work. Look at this. Oh, let's go sift it. All right, let's head up with this trailer load. Is way too heavy to try to pull up to my farm truck. So let's back the farm truck down. I gotta do better on my positioning on the next load. Whoa. Oh, it wants to go down the mountain. Come on, trusty wooden hitch. Whew. Let's head up. Okay, we got the trailer up and we are back up in the upper island at the garden. Look at these wood chips. I have done between 15 and 20 trailer loads of wood chips in total. I did a video last week of collecting 10 trailer loads of wood chips and applying them to the garden. It's a pretty fun video. You see the RAV4 as our farm truck in action. You know, I've seen the RAV4 used in a commercial for sheep herding in Europe. So I don't know why I can't get farm truck tags for my RAV4, but I guess that's just Virginia. Here's the Republican cherry tree, just looking phenomenal. These buds are about to pop. Daffodils are up and out. First day of spring and the blooms. I think I can say that's open. It's not quite, but yeah. First day of spring, all right. Here is our pollinator bed. We did an episode on creating the pollinator bed from last season. That is another great one to watch. There's nothing better than watching bumblebees take a nap on your mountain mint. I'm serious, it is so cute. All right, I digress. Let's get back into sifting soil. We've got our trailer load of finished compost. We've got our wheelbarrow with my sifting setup. Nothing like an oak wedge for sifting. Canvas tarp collects the remnants, which will go towards augmenting the apple tree down there. So I'll head down there with that part when I get to that stage. I don't want to get ahead of myself. Let's sift a little while and then start augmenting the apple tree. I'll show you the process. not sure if you can see it from that angle. Maybe you can, I can't tell. But this is for fine sifting, and I use this one when I'm building my potting soil for Ashley seed starts. So I'll do a little bit of that too. Maybe not this episode, but in probably one of the next ones. There's a lot going on here. Everything that is ready for my garden bed is going into the wheelbarrow, and everything that's ready for the apple tree is going on the canvas tarp. The hardware cloth that I'm sifting through right now is 1/2 inch, and the fine sifter is 1/4 inch. Rocks go to the driveway. Uh-oh. It's getting a little windy. Here, let's get you a close-up view. I'm sorry about the wind noises. I lost my dead mouse or whatever that thing's called. This mulch doesn't look like much, but it is inoculated, and it really helps our trees. At a minimum, we're getting mulch around our trees, which is fantastic. Look at that. It's a little dry, but we are in the driest part of the year. I think it's a 10% humidity out right now. Driveway loves getting extra rocks. I love lifting the hood and looking at this soil organic matter beneath and moving it over. There is some good stuff going on underneath the hood. These are so comfortable to hold for sifting. Just oak wedges from felling trees. Let's take a look at this. All right. This is good stuff right here. Question is, can you crush it into a ball? Like this? And then go like this. If you can do that, you're dealing with something worth using, I'll tell you what. At least as far as I'm concerned. This is good enough to go in my garden beds, but it's a little too rough yet for my seed starts. So I gotta re-sift some of this for the seed starts to make our potting soil. Okay, my friends, we have massive winds coming in. I gotta get the awning put down. So I will augment the apple tree in one of my next videos. I'll do fine sifting of this first sift, compost, and I'll finish this all in a future episode. So thanks for coming along. I hope you guys are having a great first day of spring. We'll see you very soon over here at Strand Farm. Have a fantastic night. Bye-bye.